Good morning, world! So today we are doing a little Q&A for you. I asked a few days ago on Instagram to send us in your questions, and I have compiled the list of the top 10 questions that were asked. And we had well over 100 questions sent through, but this was the most popular one about Story's schooling. Will Story ever go to a traditional school? What do you do for Story's school? How do you handle homeschooling and travelling at the same time? Lots of homeschooling questions, basically. So, do you want to answer?
Instead of normal school, I normally would like to learn about the world.
Okay, like
Yeah.
world schooling.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe when you're older you might go to a regular school?
I would like to go to a... no.
No?
I don't want to go... I don't want to ever go to a older school.
To be honest, when you get older you might change your mind about that.
So we basically evaluate Story's schooling all the time, and we change up what we do and how we do things.
Yeah.
So Story is predominantly homeschooled, and she has always been, really. Works for us right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Well, it
Yeah.
allows us to teach you when we're travelling as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
how
I
we-
love travelling.
yeah, you really
Story
do love
does
travelling.
love travelling, yeah.
I
So
love it.
we just take some supplies with us. We always have a workbook with us, and we always have loads of books. If you see our suitcase when we go anywhere, even if it's just for a couple of nights, we've always got about 5 or 6 books with us because Story loves reading and she loves to have a different book each night. We've always read to Story since she was born. Even before she was born, we were reading to you, weren't we?
Yeah, but like when I was in your tummy, you were reading books to me.
And we
Yes,
were, yeah.
That was, and we were singing to you and we were talking to you to try and get as much like words into you as
Yeah.
possible, I think.
Yeah.
Just got an example here of some of the stuff that we use for Story's homeschooling. This is just a small section of her kind of homeschool area. And so today, for an example, before we started filming this video, what did we do?
Doing maths. This math book.
Yeah,
Been doing that.
4 pages of
And
maths this
I
morning.
did this fact book of dolphins.
Did you want to read us a fact?
Yes, I did.
Go on then.
Dolphins use sounds to signal to other dolphins. Each dolphin whistles in its own way. No two dolphins sound the same. A dolphin whistles over and over, as if it is saying, "Here I am."
Oh, there you go. Little dolphin facts for us all this morning.
And you were really excited to come and tell me that, weren't you? As
Yeah.
soon as you learned it.
Yeah, we read a whole book this morning. Story read it to me while we were cuddled on the sofa. She's on level 2 now, but we started with the level 1 Amelia Bedelia's, and these are really fun, and Story can read them all by herself. They're like this inside. They're really good little I can read books. Yeah, we're now on the level 2s, which she's up to, and I think you're going to be on the level 3s pretty soon as well, because she can read right through these books from cover to cover by herself, almost word perfect now.
Some of the workbooks we order online from the UK, so it's like a UK curriculum level, and we make sure it aligns with Story's age. But sometimes the age might be a bit higher, like let's say with the reading stuff, and sometimes the age might be a little bit lower, let's say like with the math stuff.
Yeah. So these ones are age appropriate, 5 to 6. These ones I've ordered online. They came from the UK Amazon, and we've got quite a lot of these Collins books as well. And this is one of the main activities that we're doing with Story at the moment, is telling the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're getting there, aren't you?
Yes, I
I
am.
think I would say she can almost tell the time as, you know, like the 1/2 past, 1/4 past.
Yeah, on
So
a regular
if it-
analog clock.
Yeah.
If it was on 12 and 8, it would be 8 o'clock.
That's right, yeah, exactly that, if you can visualise that.
Yeah. So
I mean, most people don't really use analog clocks anymore, but it's part of learning about our world and
And
how time progresses.
12 on a 12 is 12 o'clock.
Exactly.
That's right,
Yeah.
well done.
So these kind of workbooks is what we do, and we don't always do it. It's not every day is exactly the same. We go with how Story's feeling. So one day she might completely resist sitting down to do a workbook, and then the next day she might sit down and want to do 10 pages plus. So we just gauge it on how she's feeling each day.
Sometimes we'll be driving in the car and Story will say, how long until we get there? And I'll say 60 minutes. And I'll say, how many minutes are in an hour? How many seconds in a
60
minute?
seconds.
Yes, exactly. So we always try and just incorporate regular stuff that you need to know into
Yeah.
our daily routine. And all of that is part of education, especially at this age.
Yeah, so travelling and just generally when we're out and about, we just answer all of her questions that she asks. So what does that sign mean? What does this do? What, there's always something that you can teach in any situation really. Like when we were on the Pebble Beach, we did building and counting with the pebbles and things like that, so you can always kind of incorporate.
Yeah, and we tried to build something with the pebbles, and we painted pebbles.
Yeah, exactly. And talking of building, another great thing, which
I build Legos.
That's what I was going to say. Legos are amazing because not only are they fun and it's a great activity.
I love Legos.
Yeah, I know you do.
You buy a lot for my birthday, so everyone give me them for my birthday and Christmas and stuff like that.
Because everyone knows you love Legos.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's good to follow the instruction manual.
Exactly, it's following instructions, reading, and also problem solving. If you get a Lego in the wrong place, you have to go back and work out where it went wrong and how you can fix it.
I noticed that a Lego instruction book is almost identical to an IKEA instruction manual to build a cupboard.
So what does that exactly mean?
So if you want to build like your doll's house, like your IKEA doll's house, it's the same instruction manual that you get for your Lego.
Oh, by the way, my dollhouse is in my room.
Yeah.
If you've seen the other vlogs, there it is.
Yeah, that's it. Story really likes doing yoga as well. So Story quite often, we haven't done it today.
I always go on YouTube and go on Cosmic Kids. If you just type in Cosmic Kids, there it is.
That's right.
And
Cosmic Kids yoga.
You downloaded an app, didn't you? But it's still not downloaded, is it?
No, but you can get it for free on the YouTube app.
Yes,
So
and
you do
that's
that in the
really good. And
mornings.
some of the lessons are like 45 minutes long, and Story will sit and do it. She's got her own yoga mat now, and she'll follow along.
Yes, a panda one.
A panda yoga mat, yeah. So things like that, doing exercise, and Story chooses to do yoga. And apps on your iPad.
Yeah.
Some apps that we really like are Simply Piano, which we've had for...
And I also like Sketchbook.
Yes.
I do like that, but I haven't done it for a long time.
Did it yesterday.
Did I?
So,
Yeah.
Simply Piano, with me and Story have both been learning to do piano, and the app is really good for teaching from scratch, complete beginners, and both of us can kind of read music now, and it's been a really, really good app, especially for Story. The other apps, Think Rolls, which is like a kids coding app, and Reading Eggs
I was
is
just
another
about to
one.
say that.
It's one of your favourites, isn't it? You've actually almost finished the whole levels now, though.
Yeah.
You've worked your way through that, so that's another really good thing. So question number 2, which was the second most popular question, which always comes up, is baby number 2. Are you going to have another baby in 2023? No! No, we're not. We're not planning to have another baby. It's not on the radar, really. How do you feel about that?
It's fine.
That's fine. We're not.
No,
It's not
no
the
plans
plan.
for another kid.
No. All right, number 3. Are your family coming to the Philippines? Will your relatives visit? When will your UK family visit? And a couple of people asked specifically, when will Papa be back?
Whoa, that's a long time.
Yes.
Actually, my cousins are planning to come with Papa.
Yay!
Yes.
So actually, yes, this year in 2023, in the summer, Jay's brother and wife, my sister-in-law, also friend.
And Papa is planning to come with them.
Yeah, with Leonie and Devon.
Daddy's brother is actually my uncle,
That's
Uncle
right.
Cam.
Uncle
Yeah,
Cam,
that's
yes.
right.
So we're really looking forward to that. We have some plans for an interesting trip.
You can't wait because it's your brother.
Exactly. And hopefully we'll be able to celebrate our birthday together for the first time
Yay!
in years, because we actually have exactly the same birthday, but we're not twins.
And it's 11 days until Mummy's birthday, isn't it? I can't wait.
Yes, Zoe's very excited about my birthday.
Yeah.
2023 plan of house build. When are you going to build your house? Is it still the plan to build a house in Surigao?
Yes, it is still the plan to build a house.
So we've been talking about building a house, buying a house, getting land for several years now.
We finally found a patch of land.
Yes, we did, that we really like. We feel like it's the perfect compromise because it's protected from storms, because of
Yeah,
its
it's very
location.
protected
Yeah, geographically
storms.
it's in a good position. It doesn't flood.
It
And
looks really nice.
it does.
It's going to be very clean.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, we have to keep it clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have to keep it clean.
It's a big responsibility, and we're a little bit afraid and
It
nervous.
is scary. We've never done anything like this before, but moving forward this year, you will see us having land and building a house.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll find us having land.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that is the
Definitely.
plan. That's the plan for this year.
It looks like a nice place to stay.
We want to build one of the modular homes that we went to visit when we were in Quezon City, the Kubo houses. We want to get one of those built, but it will be off plan and it will be a custom build. So we're having the Kubo company build us a custom model, and then they will deliver it to the island and put it together for us. It's all very exciting.
Yeah.
It's a very different type of build, and it's quite a new concept here, especially on this island.
A side question to that one was, do you see the Philippines as a permanent home, and what if one day you realise Siargao is not your home anymore?
No.
I thought it was
I want
interesting.
to stay here forever. I want to build our house here. No.
What, you don't want to
I want to
leave?
stay here. I want to stay here forever.
So is
This
it
is my
safe?
forever home.
Is it safe to say that you want to have a home here forever?
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
have a home here forever.
So-
Forever. This is my home
Yeah.
forever.
Well, I think by
like
building a
beaches,
house
that's
here, it does enable us and allow us to have a base here, which we can then keep. You know, it can then become Story's house in the future, or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, but I don't
Yeah.
see a permanence in anything really at the moment. So the Philippines being a permanent, or living on Siargao permanently, for now, yes. But
Yeah.
in a couple of years, we might change our mind and want to do something else. But we'll still have the home here and the base here.
yeah, so we can always come back to it. We will build our home here, but there's a chance that we might not live on this island permanently all year. Like, for example, in the future, I don't know how far in the future, we may have another home in another country, and then we could go from country to country. So that would create a perfect balance, but obviously this is all just dreams at the moment. We will probably,
Dreams, yes,
yeah, we will
dreams.
start with the house here in Siargao first.
Yeah, we'll stay here forever. We'll plan if we want to leave Siargao or stay here forever. This is my forever home. I
Right,
think
okay.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Because
right.
of the palm trees and the beach.
Can I do the next question now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, I'm so hot.
Do you plan to travel abroad or stay in the Philippines this year?
What's abroad?
Like
to
another
another country.
country. And a few people want to know if we're going to go to Cebu, and also will we go back to Davao?
I would like to go back to Davao, actually.
Yes, me
See
too.
what else is there.
Yeah.
See if there's new stuff built. Yay.
I was
like
really
it.
impressed with the vegan food scene, the
Yeah.
restaurants that we found there. Davao has plenty of natural beauty that we didn't actually
Yeah,
get a chance.
it's kind of like Siargao, but a city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's,
Like General Luna.
it's like one of our closest big adventure places to drive to
Yeah.
without having to go like ridiculously far away like our Manila trip. Cebu also, yes, I really want to experience that island. And also our truck that we're having built
Yeah, I
is in
can't
Cebu.
wait. Actually, in Cebu, it's gonna have a seat in the middle, isn't it?
Yes,
Where
yeah.
you are going.
Yes, well no, I'll be driving
It's a
it.
bench seat, isn't
yeah.
it? So
Yeah,
we
it's
can
a
all
bench.
sit together.
So hopefully when that is finished, we'll be able to go there, see the truck, bring it back, but also explore Cebu in the new truck. That's kind
Yeah.
of like another plan for the
See
year.
if it works also.
Yeah, well hopefully
So
it works.
that was
They're
another
gonna
one.
check if it works.
That was another one of the questions. What's happened to the pickup truck restoration? So,
It's still going on, yes. To be
Still
honest,
going on.
it would have been finished sooner had we not made a lot of changes and also had the storm not happened. My friend Kenny, who's building it at Kenneth's Cars in Cebu, his workshop got completely
Bless
destroyed during the
Storm, yeah.
So it took him about 3 months to repair his workshop before he could even get back to work on the truck. But it is looking amazing. He sends us pictures of it every time a new stage is completed. And I'm really excited about having that truck in our lives because it will kind of achieve one of my dreams of having like a really cool vehicle. Never ever owned a really cool vehicle.
All right, next question is, do you regret deciding to settle in the Philippines after encountering a lot of problems and inconveniences there? And also, would you consider moving to the mainland instead of being on an island?
We've obviously considered it because we talk about it all the time in the vlogs, like how convenient it is in Luzon and everything. But to be honest, like our kind of gauge for where we want to live is if a place ticks as many boxes as possible. And Siargao, despite its problems, has ticked most of our boxes. How it makes us feel, the nature, the community, the people, like friends that we've made, Story schools, some of the schools that are on the island, some of her friends are there, and it just, the restaurants, I don't know, like we really like it here, and it ticks more boxes than other places.
Nowhere's going to be 100% perfect,
No.
so you have to make compromises anyway and anywhere that you live. So we've been here for a few years now, and it does feel like a home, and it feels like somewhere that we can build on as well. So no, we don't regret settling here at all. This was somewhere that even before we moved here that we were considering moving to anyway, so it just kind of happened for us, and we've made it work, so no regrets.
No.
What is your favourite thing about Poppy?
Yay!
Right, you first, Story. What's your favourite thing about Poppy?
My favourite thing about Poppy is playing with her.
Yeah.
I like playing with her, but I like cuddling up with her, actually. That's one of my favourite things.
Aww.
I like cuddling Poppy. No, don't do that.
For me, I love how Poppy doesn't bark.
Yeah, Poppy does not bark at all. She only whines.
Yeah, I don't really like barky dogs.
My favourite thing about Poppy is how gentle she is.
Yeah, she is very gentle. Sometimes she does bite like this. Look what she's doing. She's biting, but very gently.
Story show in her quiet moments when she's super excited, she does get a little bit mouthy on us sometimes, but she's calming down on that front now as she's getting a little bit older. Throughout the day she's just really gentle and calm, and if you give her a treat or a biscuit or even a toy, she takes it so gently and holds it between her paws and like licks it really. She's just gentle and kind of calm and soft, so I like that about her. Right, on to the next question now. How long have you been vegan? Will you ever go back to being meat eaters? Is being vegan hard? And if Story wanted to try animal products, would you let her?
One of the most important things is just educating Story and ourselves about what we eat and why we eat it. So we've been telling Story since she could understand us why we don't eat animals, and the reasons, like the health reasons, the ethical reasons, just would you go and kill that chicken and eat it, those kind of things. And I feel like just imparting that knowledge onto Story will make her prepared and set up to make her own decisions about whether she wants to eat meat in the future.
Yeah,
so
it's not really about us letting Story eat animal products or anything like that. It's
that's right.
what Story chooses to do. So Story, you can answer that.
I don't want to be a meat eater. I want to try more vegan food. I think it would kind of be like yucky for me. My favourite vegan food is actually potatoes, kind of potatoes. I like potatoes.
I made a leek and potato soup the other day, and Story demolished it. She actually asked for seconds.
Yeah, I was like doing this.
Yeah,
Actually, I did that yesterday also. I was like this.
if when Story is older she tells us that she wants to start eating meat, then we can't really stop that, can we? We have no intention of stopping it either.
But as for Jay and I, or I'll answer for myself, but no, I won't ever go back to being a meat eater. I don't think. I don't desire it. I don't want it, and the thought of it now kind of puts me off. Like if I do eat a kind of vegan meal that is meant to be like a meat eater's meal, it kind of makes me feel a bit sick.
Yeah, meat textures are very alien to us now.
Yeah, so I don't desire it. So for me, no, definitely not. Number 10, advice for a small YouTuber who wants to grow the channel and inspire people.
It really does depend on what kind of content you intend to produce, but one of the general rules is to be consistent. Maybe set a publishing schedule so people know when your videos are going to go online, and stick to it as best as possible. One of the tips I learned fairly recently was that you should spend as much time on your title and your thumbnail of the video as well as the content within it, because without the good title and thumbnail, nobody's ever going to click on it to see the good content, and then the content has to actually represent what is in that thumbnail. So it is a good idea to try your best to plan out the whole package before you even start filming, and then you will get better results and your channel will grow quicker.
Yep, even sometimes thinking of a title and then planning your content around that title. Like you go out specifically to film something that you already know you're going to film because you've got a good title for it. And it doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately. It's not a quick thing. It takes time, as with any business, to grow. It took us
too long, actually. I think
8
our
years
channel,
or so, more 8 years plus, to kind of reap the rewards from having a YouTube channel. So it isn't a quick thing to do. It does take time. If you had to give advice to a person in their 20s, mid-20s, what would it be?
Don't be afraid of technology. For me, I think that is very important. A lot of people these days are talking about how machines and computers are taking over jobs and everything. Don't see it as a competition between like the youth of tomorrow and the machines of tomorrow. Work together and you will succeed faster in your life.
I would say that be okay with change, that things will change and you might not even realise it, and your plans may not always work out. Like for me, when I was in my early 20s, my life now, none of it was in my plan. So things change and things happen, and you will probably find yourself in a completely different situation to what you're thinking right now, and that's okay. So just be happy with change.
And that is it for the top questions that were asked to us. I hope it answers the thoughts that are on your mind about what we've been up to, how we school story, our future plans.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff that might even change, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye. 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 Bye.